Hello. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, so I'm pretty nervous again. So just bear with me, but I'll do the best I can. This actually has been a long time since I've done one of these videos. Things have been going pretty good up until just recently. For like the first time in, oh god, it's been like 3 years now. I ended up having a panic attack again. And it was not super bad. It wasn't like hours and hours, but maybe 20-30 minutes. But I mean, I did collapse and throw up a couple of times and sweating and everything. I was at a buddy of mine's house. We were like deep frying some fish he'd caught. And I'd been training earlier, like several hours, really hard, and I was really tired, and really hungry because I hadn't eaten much that day, but I was kind of saving myself for the fish. And so I was kind of already feeling lightheaded and weak, but I was doing okay. And then a friend of his showed up, and I knew that guy. I was pretty comfortable with him. And I'll try and look at the camera more, but it's so hard to do. But I was okay with him being there, and we got talking. Everything was fine, but they kind of ended up getting into a conversation, and I didn't really know much about what they were talking about. And I felt kind of awkward, but I was okay. I'm really nervous. But then a couple other people showed up, a couple that I didn't know, and they introduced themselves to me, and everything's fine. But it's like all those people together in just kitchen areas, like a pretty small kitchen. Just, I don't know. I started really noticing how lightheaded I was, and I don't know, from out of nowhere, just all those old thoughts of those old thinking patterns of, what if I pass out here in front of everyone, and just feeling like you can't escape the situation, and that it's just going to be awkward if you leave and draw more attention to you. So I decided I'd just take the dogs outside. I went outside and sat down on a picnic table, and I was really having to fight, feeling like I was going to pass out at that time. I started feeling really sick, and I actually started to feel like I was blacking out, so I started to get down on the ground, and then just, like a marionette having my strings cut, I just dropped on the ground, and I didn't actually pass out. I had my eyes open the whole time. I could just kind of see, all of a sudden the trees were all horizontal, and I just couldn't move, and just felt really sick. I remember thinking then, just getting that fear that, oh no, this is maybe going to be one of those ones that lasts for hours, and I'm going to be stuck here for hours. But yikes. But I was able to get up, but then I threw up like twice and started sweating really bad. I was just kind of on the ground on my knees, and I was just kind of leaning on the picnic table seat there. And his friend came out. The first guy that came over, he came out and just kind of started talking to me, like carrying on, trying to just act like everything was cool and just carrying on a conversation. I really didn't even know what he was talking about. I was just kind of thinking, please leave. So I just told him to, if he could tell him to go get my friend, and he came running out there. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm having a panic attack." So he went and got me a glass of water and everything, but I think by that time I was kind of starting to calm down somewhat. He asked they're going to leave for me, and I mean they were all walking past me as I'm sitting there next to my puke, and just, oh man, I felt like I just felt so embarrassed and just mortified. I mean, I felt like I was just standing there naked in front of them. After they left, though, I mean, I was able to, and I felt really tired, really exhausted and weak, but I was able to go back in, and we enjoyed a fish and went and watched the show together, and I did okay. But since it's happened, every time I feel even slightly lightheaded, I start getting those same thoughts in my head, like it's going to happen. And like the first time I needed to go to the grocery store after that, I just, I was freaking out and thinking, what if it happens in there? And I told my friend that was going to take me to the grocery store, just ask him if he could just go without me this time. But then I changed my mind after he left, walked out the door. I changed my mind. I was like, no, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm not going to, start taking more steps back. But he had already left, so. But since then, I have gone back. Actually, it was yesterday, I went to 2 places and went in by myself. I had my friend wait out in the car. I was a little nervous, but I did okay, and so it's a little step backwards for me, but I guess the main thing is that I really did feel that I had got this beat, at least the panic attack part of it. I thought I had beat, and I felt that all I really had left to do was conquer the driving the car thing. And that was, it was pretty much just full freedom at that point. And now it kind of feels like I gotta retake the grocery store territory again. But oh well, that's what I gotta do. But I think I should get back to making videos again and kind of plugging into that support again. So hopefully I can do that and get in front of the camera a bit more. I think that'll help me. It helped before. Just about killed my battery. So. Thanks for not all unsubscribing to me after being gone so long. I will try and make more here in the near future.